What's up, everybody? Destroy here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 6. Today we have a 2v2 on Buckland. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into it. We have our first player. It's Goblins with Beartooth, who I believe is Daryl. These Daryl. So I'll just call him Beartooth for this match. His Goblins there, and his opponent, or his ally for this match rather, is Asba, as Goblins as well. So 2 Goblins on the northern team there. And we have Muaddafk, as Men of the West, and his ally, also Men of the West, Swegrim, who's Megrim, Swegrim, whatever you want to call him. But there you go. I'll just call him Megrim, just to make it easy. So Megrim going for a barrack start there. And Mod going for something. Where's the other builder? There it is. He's building an archery range next to this outpost. Interesting. A bold move. Alright, Beartooth going for a goblin cave there. And I'd imagine goblin cave over here, yes. Asba is going for a goblin cave. No one's surprised. So we have 2 goblins versus 2 Men of the West. I am curious to see how this plays out, actually. Could be pretty good. Assuming either team plays their cards right, I guess. I don't think it's super one-sided, so we'll see. We will see. In fact, it may not be one-sided at all. I have no idea, but it was on a list of good replays to consider for something, so I've decided to give it a cast. Why not? All right, looks like the southern team going to try and claim this outpost and keep it safe with some archers and swords there, which is a good call. He's able to just keep pumping out archers there, which is very good. You can also defend one side of the outpost with the archer range as well. It'd take a while for the Goblin Warriors to actually break down, so I think that'll do nicely. Of course, the Goblin Archers won't do very well against archer fire either, but they will try. And Beartooth will send his first battalion of Goblin Warriors to the death. Although not before taking a few Gondor soldier lives, Gondor archers rather. Because of course they don't really do that well in melee, as you might expect. But the other battalion will do nicely. And now Asba has got 3 battalions of goblins, and he's going to go do something with them. We'll see you soon. Swegrim sending some goblins, not goblins, Men of the West swordsmen there. Towards the center. Down goes the rally call on the army of Asba. And I imagine he didn't actually go shield wall. I mean, shield wall would have made it last a little bit longer, but I think they still would have died. And I think he's going to be in a bit of a pickle for now. These buff goblins get over here, he's going to lose his farm pretty easily, I'd imagine. He's actually throwing down a wall hub here to try and block this side. That's a smart move. That gives his Gondor soldiers time to catch up and potentially put down this Goblin menace. Interesting. He opts not to put his guys in shield wall when he attacks. I realize you won't be able to chase once you do that. I think once they engage, they're better in shield wall, aren't they? Maybe, maybe not. But he's going for an attack here, which explains why he can't do that in that same time, probably. These guys are in shield wall now. There you go. Very nice. And they will hold out for a decent amount of time, cutting a fair amount of goblins down. And he did defend this farm. Very nice. He's going for a marketplace, which is a great, of course, economy boost for both Men of the West players, as they share the marketplace bonus upgrade, or passive thing. And we have Spider Riders from Beartooth there. Great call, as there is a lot of archers being pumped out by Mod there. And they are going to get destroyed by these Spider Riders. The more Spider Riders, the better in this situation, I think. And I think Daryl agrees. Or Beartooth. I guess it doesn't really matter what I call him, does it? It's all the same person. We do have Gondor Knights, though, out for Mod there. It'll help counter the Spider Riders a little bit. But it's mainly going to need some pikes, which Swegrim has got. Does he still have some market? He does indeed. Now him and his ally are benefiting from that. That nice shiny glow around the farms. So that's definitely helpful. 1v1 Spider Raiders versus Gondor Knights. I think Gondor Knights win. I'm not positive about that. Especially with a buff they would, though. Because there are more Gondor Knights in a battalion than there are Spider Raiders, maybe? Well, there definitely are. There's, what, 10? 10 in a battalion. There's only 6 in a battalion of Spider Raiders. So they could definitely outlast, I believe. I'm not positive about that 1v1 statistic in unupgraded, unbuffed troops. But I'm pretty sure Gondor Knights win in a 1v1. But if they don't, correct me. By all means. Because I don't know everything. In fact, I don't even know 25% of things, I would say. Spider Raiders run into spikes there, though. This will get closed in on them by the Gondor Knights. Meanwhile, it looks like Swegrim is pushing in. We have Spider Raiders out here now for Asba as well. Very nice indeed. He went for the trample with the bow mode. I don't think it does as much. But he can, of course, pull back and shoot, which is useful. And he's using the Spider Raiders in bow mode to try and hold them off while the Goblin Warriors slowly do damage to the army. It seems to be working well enough. He's slowly whittling them down. Meanwhile, he's going for an attack on the base. And we have a statue thrown up as well. Interesting. Swegrim's also upgraded his barracks, which is nicely placed to protect this front of the farm there. So the Goblins really have to get in the danger zone of the fortress to actually attack it. But so he can get tower guards there. Should be, of course, useful. Much better than Rohan Spearmen, as you might expect. I think even against Goblin Warriors, they'll do very nicely. Because Goblin Warriors die quick. And they pike them very fast. And of course, this statue buff doesn't hurt. Looks like Swegrim has some troops over here as well, but they are getting swept away by Goblin Spider Raiders. And now Maud is pushing in. Beartooth is in probably a bit of trouble here. But it looks like some Spider Raiders have been sent over from Asba as well to help out. Ooh, this may not have been a good call. His knights went too deep, too greedily and too deep. And he has paid the price. But he did manage to lure a lot of Spider Raiders through some pikes. But not enough. And he paid for it in blood. And it looks like the Gondor remnants will be swept away here. So the pikes have been cleaned up. And now Asba and Beartooth can clean up there. The Spider Raider armada they have there. And Spiderlings as well there. Those are being utilized by Asba, I think. Yes. Spider Raiders or Spiderlings rather, are of course a counter to what, archers and swords? Strong for swordsmen and cavalry. I guess they're not strong against archers. That's right. Counters archers. Mainly. But they do help against cav, and they are pretty good against swords. And there you go, the venom sacs being upgraded onto them. Pretty sure that doesn't increase their damage to buildings, but I don't quote me on that one. If it did, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, maybe it does. I have no idea. He's going to pull back before getting that farm, though, as he doesn't want to lose them. Which is smart. He could have turned around, though, and probably finished them off with that amount of spiderlings. But instead, he's going to go attack the base of Swegrim, which is probably a good decision here. Although Swegrim has a big army outside of his base as well. So this could go either way. And of course, Beartooth is attacking here, and Maud is on the defensive. We have half-troll marauders, spider riders, and all kinds of nonsense. We got Rohirrim for Maud there. And he's going to try and bring down the stables. If you can get that stables, that would be huge. It's a level 2 stables. Currently building Rohirrim as well. I don't think he's going to get it, though, before the trolls die. And things are looking increasingly bad for Swegrim down there, I think. But Asba's base is pretty undefended as well, so we'll see. Looks like Daryl's attack was fended off there. But the base of a... Oof, never mind. I think he'll be fine now that he has Rohirrim over here. Now that Mod's free to help him out. You probably should be able to clean them up. Looks like we got the banner upgrade? Yeah. Just got the banner upgrade on the fort there. That'll at least give leadership around the base there. And you can also get cheaper heroes and builders, which is never a bad thing either. But with Mod's help there, he does defend the base while he's on the offensive. Good teamwork there. 2v2s, of course, is all about teamwork, in my opinion. If you just go straight 1v1, a lot of times you will just lose. Because it is possible that your ally is not doing well. Sometimes they need help, and you should send it. Unless, of course, you're not in a position to send help. In that case. Well, then not much you can do, eh? But Asba and Beartooth have a fairly sizable force of goblins. They're not afraid to use them. But Mod has a lot of RotWKs. And some gunner knights there as well. Some pikes. Does he have a hero yet? I don't think so. Then goes the rally call. The Rohirrim are going to be doing work. They will carve a lot of them down. Oh shit, there's an Azog in there. He is a bit wounded though. I don't know if he wants to be in there. But he's going to go down fighting. Oh boy. Azog is so dead. No, he's not. Azog got away. Unfortunate. Well, unfortunate for Mod, of course. Fortunate for Beartooth. Oh, I don't think he should send him back in. Okay. After Marauders, of course, will outclass Rohan Spearmen by a mile, so they should clean up nicely. And they'll effectively fight these as well. After Marauders do pretty good damage, even for a pike against swordsman unit. It's not the ideal counter to swordsman, but they do. Doing a pinch, I guess. Mod's increasingly sizable cavalry army is going to be more and more hard to deal with, I think. Goblins at least have a good chance of fending it off with a lot of slings and spider raiders, but even then, I'm not sure they'll outclass them. So that might be problematic in the long run if Mod gets too many. But I do like how Mod is going for a bit more of a cavalry army, while Swegrim goes for more of a standard infantry army. It's pretty nice. And it looks like Swegrim also has himself a Faramir. And Mod has himself an Eomer. Very nice. So he very well may have a hero, but I just didn't see it. But he's level 1, so... Faramir's level 2 now. He's got Wounding Arrow. Alright. Oh, look at that. Look at that savage Azog. He's pissed. But even when he's berserked, he still only has a single target ability. But he's carving his way. I don't think he's going to get away. Unless they're going to let him get away. Oh, it's going to be close. No, he's going to snipe dead, right? Ooh, you got to be kidding me. Swegrim is... he does not want him to get away. Oh, if only Eomer had his spear throw. It's only level 2, but he would have had more than enough to kill it. Unfortunately, he gets away. Nice save there. Is that Beartooth's? It is indeed. Beartooth managed to get his hero out of there very nicely. Mod's fending off a cave troll there. Untamed Legions has been used on the troll layer on the west side of the map. Looks like he's sending in cave trolls from there. Which is pretty useful, as you would expect. Now they're definitely on the defensive, the Goblin players are. And we have an Azog of Moria from Asba as well. Well, the one from Beartooth heals up there. Quite a bit of chaos over here, is there not? Oof. I can't tell which side is taking more casualties. It looks like the Men of the West Force is doing better, as they have a fairly sizable amount of troops left. So I definitely say they're winning the engagement. But that does, of course, not rule out the Goblins from being in the game still. They're doing very Very fine. Although that was not the best use of Spider Riders. I will attest. That is not how you use a Spider Rider. Running them in like that. Kid Troll has been given a stick, and he will commence bashing. Very nice. If he can get up on the archers, he'll do pretty good damage. Fortunately, I think he's going to be taken out before he gets too much done. Especially since Faramir's there. Faramir does drop the cave troll. Nice. Ooh. McGrim's army is pikeless right now. There's a single tower guard in there. And did a surprising amount of damage. To the amount of Spider Raiders there. There's more tower guards. So he will regroup, and then he will push once again. Getting more tower guards out, which is very smart. Probably wouldn't hurt to upgrade to Athelian Rangers, but I guess against Goblins you don't really need to, do you? Because they do enough damage to kill Goblin Warriors, you don't really need to. And I guess the shorter range keeps them in range of pikemen a little bit easier as well, doesn't it? I can see why staying on Thunder Archers is actually beneficial in some ways. Also, you can give them heavy armor if you so desired, but of course, we're not going to see that happen. Very few people will give Gondor soldiers heavy armor, or Gondor archers rather. By the time you get upgrades, normal people will usually have upgrade to Athelians. We have a Shelob out. Beartooth has gone for Shelob. Azog. Interesting. Shelob can be very, very good. You just gotta watch out for the pikes, and you gotta watch out for the heavy archer fire. But, I mean, she's doing very well. She's already level 3. She's got Still Terror. Poison Stinger at level 4, which will be huge against his heroes. She can now Poison Sting Eomer if she so desired, or Faramir. I would love to see that as well. Her with the support of Azog will bring down any hero pretty quickly. Azog's Carnage with her Sting. A lethal combo. Sadly, not one you see as much as you should, because she generally isn't purchased. So, rarely do you actually see Shelob. Which is too bad. It's too bad. Underused hero. But very, very strong. When used correctly, I guess. In fact, she also has Trample, which is obviously bad against pikes. It's really good against archers and stuff. And even swordsmen and such. Yeah, it looks like McGrim has himself a Eowyn. She's doing nicely as well. He's also built up a fairly good force here. And now the forces of Asba are pushing in once again. Wildman Summon going down in the middle of the troops. They're dropping like flies though, it looks like. Since these buffed archers and stuff are all there. Oh, but he was very clumped, and down goes the Watcher of the Water. Brutal. That was from Beartooth. Very nice. That decimated McGrim's army. Azog once again will flee to the north. And definitely has some rebuilding to do after that. He is upgrading his archer range to level 3. He's going to try and get the fire arrows. Undoubtedly. That should be very useful. But yeah, you have to watch out for those Watchers. They can be absolutely devastating. Clumped armies especially. There's the Rohirrim summon going in with Eomer and the Rohirrim that are currently on the field. There's a lot of half-troll marauders though. Mainly that's what's here. And they're not going to get a ton done there. So instead it looks like Mod is going to go for the base. Which is the smart thing to do. Or at least a lot of Goblin Warriors or something. Something other than half-trolls. Because it just makes sense. Ooh, Shelob uses Poison Stinger. Just managed to kill Boromir there with Azog. Nicely done. The fact that Shelob is still alive is nice in itself. She also gets Tunnel at level 7, which allows her to go and emerge at any unshrouded location. She can actually travel across the map if you have sight vision. Which is pretty cool. And she can also, of course, walk over mountains, so you can actually walk her up to here. Which is weird. Pretty useful. She's also pretty fast to boot. Gets away pretty easily. So yeah, definitely a good choice on the Shelob, I think. In the scenario, it seems to be helping. And there we go. Swegrim has taken the outpost, the signal fire rather. So we get that vision range and power cost reduction, which is useful. Mainly the power cost reduction, obviously. Vision not so useful when you already can see where you're looking. But when he doesn't, it'll be useful. Of course, he outclasses the Goblin armies pretty easily. It's just a matter of not getting hit by powers or getting his pikes out of position and getting his archers ran over, stuff like that. But once he gets a fully operational Men of the West army going, it'll be unstoppable. Azog's getting wrecked. Oh, he's gonna die. Faramir's gonna get him. He got him, finally. And here comes the Shelob. She's gonna get the poison sting on Faramir. Oh, no. She went for the scare first. She should really use the poison stinger. Oh my. Well, that's the thing. Quite the battle going on, I'd say. Fire took 6 damage. She didn't use the poison stinger, though. Which is a bit of a waste. Could have got Faramir pretty easily there. Instead, he retreats. I think instead of using the fear, or use the fear and then use the poison stinger, that might have been good. Oh well. Beartooth managed to get his Azog out of there, though. Once again. And he's also got his Shelob out. He's just throw up a tower to help defend over here. Maud's army is ravaging his tunnel. Definitely a hard-fought battle on both sides, though. Teams are throwing enemies at each other rapidly. There's the Rohirrim summon for Swegrim. Nice charge there, and finishing up whatever rabble remains with long shots. And the two are converging on Asba's base. Although Daryl is attacking his base currently. And he does have troll support, so that could be a problem. Just want the troll tanking the arrow fire, though. Which it seems to be doing. I think it would have been smarter to put the troll on this side and attack from this side so the fort wasn't shooting him, but... oh well. Oh well. I'm not sure if his attack on the base, instead of helping his ally, might be a bad idea. There is a very sizable force here. Do the Goblins have anything to deal with this? He's up to 21 power points, very close to a Balrog, Asba is. That would solve his problems. Beartooth, of course, got the Watcher, but it's not off cooldown. He's up to 18, which is, leads him to Dragon? I think? No, maybe, no, Watcher leads to Balrog, doesn't it? I can't remember. I always forget the power trees. Either way, yeah. Things are not looking good for Asba, actually, currently. Let's hope he can get that Balrog quick. Because he desperately needs it. Unfortunately, he needs troops in the field to actually attack to gain power points. And it looks like Maud did actually fend off the attack. And Beartooth have pulled all remaining forces to go help his ally. I don't think he's going to be enough, though. He doesn't have enough troops. But also, Swegrim is pulling back as well. Does he have fire arrows? No, he does not. If he gets fire arrows, he can, of course, use these archers to destroy a lot of these buildings. Mob was doing there for a second. Which is fairly good. But since he doesn't have fire arrows, he won't do jack squat to those buildings without some melee troops or siege of some kind. And Azog is back on the field here. That's Beartooth. Never mind. The Azog from Asba is not back on the field. But Maud is being persistent. He's not getting out of here easily. And of course, Swegrim is rallying with a lot of troops. He does now have fire arrows, though. Now he should easily carve through the armies of goblins. Also, another thing about the Gunner archers, you get a lot more in a battalion as well. You'll have a lot more arrows firing at the enemy, but it looks like we do have a Balrog summon. Unfortunately, did not get it underneath the army. But he definitely tried. Probably should have ignited first. I think that would have killed him. Unfortunate. But he's going to have to try and get rid of this army. If he can't get rid of the army with the Balrog, then he's going to be in trouble. Unfortunately, a lot of the duration is going to be spent just chasing it around. He really has to guess where he's going to go. He doesn't seem to be doing that too well. Like, you should really jump to, like, here, and then he'll land where he is, instead of where he is now. I think that would be the smart thing to do. Will he move? Ooh, he did not move very well. Grim lost a lot of archers to that one. But at the same time, he is running the durability out on the Balrog quite nicely. It's already more than half gone. And not a whole lot has been done with it, except for some archers getting killed. Which isn't too bad for a Balrog summon, if you gotta think of it that way. He's not gonna get his base hit by it, which is really what you don't want to happen with a Balrog. I think by the time it ever gets down there, it's gonna maybe... No, he won't even have time to do a Fire Breath. But he will continue smashing troops regardless. He'll have enough time for one Fire Breath. There you go. That's all Balrog gets. And then Balrog will fade away. Meanwhile, we have a Rohirrim summon and Maud going for a big attack here in the north. In Beartooth's base. Ooh, fortunately for Beartooth, he managed to get Éomer, which will at least debuff the army of Rohirrims for a bit. That Poison Sting is very good. Great for crippling those Rohan heroes. Easy to get away. And of course, Shelob's Poison Stinger is much more effective than Gorkil's. Her poison's nasty. We should probably use the Shelob to kill some of these, though, I think. Does he have tunnel now? He does. I think you can tunnel up under enemies as well. And it'll send them flying a little bit. Kind of like Undermine does, I believe. But I'm not positive about that. I'm pretty sure you can. Well, we'll see if Asba can recuperate from that. He was hit pretty hard. Maud seems to be rebuilding pretty quickly, but he's still on the attack. Maud's got 2 level 3 barracks though, so they're able to put out troops fairly quick. And we of course have a level 3 archer range as well. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have to worry about Balrog destroying his buildings. It's going to be a while before a big power like that comes up again. Well, I guess that's not true, is it? Wow. Asba already has 24 power points. That's crazy. That's Goblins in a nutshell. They get power points so quick. And yes, Watcher leads the dragon, that's what I thought. Because Watcher is on the right side of the tree. As is Dragon. She'll just chilling there. Okay. You should really use the tunnel ability. Ooh, we have Army of the Dead for Maud. Looks like he's holding it for when he can go for a fatal blow or something, maybe. Which is smart. He could use some siege. Even one siege would start helping him out, I think. So it's got Boromir. Look at Gorkil. Gorkil and Shelob going for an attack here. I don't know if that's a wise decision. And there's the summoned spiderlings. They're fairly strong against buildings. Fat little spiders there. As you see, they wreck farms pretty nicely. And the army that has been used defensively. And we have a Watcher summon over here. Defensively as well. They didn't kill too much with the Army of the Dead. They killed a few half-troll battalions. And a Fire Drake battalion, I think. The other Fire Drake getting killed off there. But he managed to send them all there. And the other Fire Drake broods that are on the field will be safe. They're just ravaging the spiderlings that pop out of here. And hopefully Magrum can take advantage of this and push on for an attack. Definitely a hard-fought battle for both teams. Neither can finish. I'd say both are playing pretty well. Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say, Gorkil probably shouldn't turn his ass around. I hate the way Gorkil's Scorpion turns around. It's awful. He has turning like a Mumakil. There's a dragon summon. No, he was gonna go for Breathe Fire and he didn't. He should have. Probably should reposition now. Probably do a pretty good amount of damage with the amount of troops Beartooth and Asba have currently. They'll make him flee while he sends the dragon off to Mod's base. I genuinely don't know who's going to win. If I had to bet... I don't know. I honestly don't actually know who I think would win right now. Mod and McGrim have come close a couple times. But I think Beartooth and Asba could turn it around easily. Especially after getting shut down like this. This could shut down Mod pretty hard, actually, with all his production buildings gone. If you can't build an army, they can't stop the armies coming. And we do have upgrades going for the Goblins as well now. Asba going for Forged Blades. That's not Asba, that's Beartooth. Beartooth going for Forged Blades there on his half-trolls. Which will, of course, make them stronger against everything they fight. Gorkill's giving leadership to the Goblins as well, which is excellent. And, of course, they have the hero killer Shelob there. So the Men of the West heroes are going to have an increasingly harder time. And there comes the Watcher summon on the arm of the Men of the West. I think this might be the ticket. This might be what they needed. The base of Mod did take a fair amount of damage. He needs to keep the pressure on Mod though, so he can't go help McGrim. Oh, an army of the dead being summoned. Gorkill falls, and the Goblin armies will flee in terror. The army of the undead claim their lives. There's also a Eowyn just chilling out in the back of Asba's base. I'm not sure if he's aware of this, but she's there. Also, the northern team has darkness. Oh, Eowyn's not going to get away. She got wrecked. That's unfortunate. And it looks like McGrim's actually got out of the game there. Mod has taken control of the buildings. And I'm sure that he'll probably not last much longer having to defend against two teams by himself. So it's definitely essentially become a 2-on-1. But it looks like he's opting to fight on, which is interesting. Probably going to go for like one more attack maybe or something. Most players leave by the time they lose their partner, but not everybody. Oof, we're going to get a nice charge through. Killing many a goblin, many a men of wilds. Fire Drake Broods, though, pretty good counter to cavalry, though. They do very good damage indeed. I mean, if Mod won this game, I would be super impressed. I'm not gonna lie. If he had Earthquake, he could probably have taken this space, but unfortunately he doesn't. But he is making one big push here in Beartooth's base. Although Beartooth does have an upgraded fort. He's got arrow towers all around that thing. Not completely around it, but a few of them. 4? It's definitely helping. Of course, he's got the half-trolls with the blades, and Goblin Warriors with blades as well. So everything's doing good damage. And Azog. The Azog is level 9, and he's doing nicely. The remnants of Mod's forces are dying off. Looks like we even have summoned spiderlings to help deal with these cav units in the back. And now Asba is pushing in here on Mod's other base, McGrim's former base. Looks like the ivory tower has been used. I'm sure he knows he's in a bit of a pickle. Things not looking good for the Men of the West. It's got to be said. I don't know if McGrim should have quit out though. I don't think he was in a fatal damage like territory. I think if Mod wasn't controlling both of these teams, they might have still had a chance. But maybe not. I could be wrong. Could have drawn out for another half an hour. Who knows? Beartooth's got himself some good powers. He's up to 7 power points. Of course, once Balrog comes up, there's more pain to be had. We got Worm and Watcher, so he's getting close to his dragon as well. Asba is. yeah, I'd say Mod's fighting on pretty well. He's got 2 Men of the West armies to deal with, to play with there. 2 bases to produce troops from. But of course he has 2 enemies as well. I just don't see it happening. Not against 2 enemies. It's not impossible by any means, but it's very difficult. Because they move independently. They do what they want. But they're not doing a great job of finishing him off, it's gotta be said. I think Mod's actually putting up a good fight here. And he's doing what he can. Bless his little heart. He's also got his Gandalf. It's Gandalf, everybody. Gandalf! Aragorn. There. He's going for Frodo. He's just charging in. And he's doing alright. If he can level up, he can get to level 2. And then he, of course, have Blade Master, which is 100% damage, 100% armor. Makes Aragorn an absolute savage. So that'll be good. I mean, if he just had more stuff, he could get rid of... He could actually kill Beartooth's base. He just doesn't have a siege or the troops. There's the Summoned Worm from Asba there. Summon Dunedain to help deal with the dragons. Well, I guess they're kind of not dragons. Fire drakes. Of course, they're not targeting it. They are targeting the mountain giant, which is a smart thing to do. As the mountain giant's the one that's going to take the base down. But if the worm gets rid of these barracks, he probably should have focused on the barracks. Unfortunately. But if you can get rid of both these level 3 barracks, that's going to shut down the troop production over here completely. And then he'll be completely screwed over there. I'm sure Mod knows he's lost this game at this point, but he's going to keep fighting. And sadly, he's not doing too badly. I mean, it's like Beartooth has given up. What is Beartooth doing? He's just building giants, and that's it. Is he saving up for Drogoth or something? I mean, maybe. No, he doesn't have the money for that. He's just going lumber mill crazy. Which is fair enough, but he should probably build troops to defend its base, I think. A little more than he is. Ah, he's got Gorkio back, though. He's close to dead. But that should be more than enough for what they need. And there is the army of the dead summon. It's going to deal with that giant and any other guys. Tails will try and deal with that. And the ghosts will chase him north once again. It's gotta be said, the finishing power of the northern team is not strong. I mean, they have the means to do it. They just aren't doing it somehow. Well, Beartooth's economy must not be very good. Also, it's gotta be said, neither Goblin player has Scavenger, which I find very curious. Why would neither of them go for Scavenger? I guess if you have Azog around all the time, you probably don't need it. But he's not always around. It's always worth, I think, getting it, even if you do have Azog around most of the time. Ooh, and there's the Poison Sting in effect. Aragorn is in a bit of trouble. And he will fall. Oh no. Bormir's fighting on though. It's gonna at least chase Shelob off. And Tom Holland is gonna just keep continuing beating Halfdorl's faces in. And all these lumber mills are gonna fall to the Rohirrim, unfortunately for him. A lot of wasted time there. Definitely unfortunate. But he's able to field pretty big armies pretty easily. So it's not too big of a deal. I think he just need to really just get a giant and push in on Mod's base. I mean, there's not much resistance. After Marauders, his heroes, and some giants, he's set. I mean, at this point, he doesn't even need Goblin Warriors, does he? I don't think either Goblin player does. Unless they want to send him in as fodder. Which you can do. And we got Dragon and Balrog as well now. And there they are together. Reunited. And they will ravage Mod's base into the dirt. But yeah, this game's definitely over. It's just a matter of Mod dying. So he's going for an attack before he dies, though. Some rear hero. Definitely not going to be enough to take out a fort, especially with the Spiderling expansion and arrow towers there. And the Shelob. There it is. All the powers go down. A couple Balrogs in there. And there you go. Mod's been defeated. And Beartooth and Asba are victorious. Very nice. That was a good TV2. Very hard fought for most of the battle. I do think Swegrim probably quit out a little early. Maybe not. Seeing how Mod fought on that long, maybe. But who knows? Anyway, that was enjoyable, and I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. So I'll see you guys in the next cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.2 version 6. See you all next time.